Hello, Anssi here, and this is a trading review of the trades I took today on the ES. Now, I mentioned last week on BMT in the forums that I would try recording these after trading reviews to see if they would help me, and of course, if anyone who's watching finds these helpful, it's just better still. Right. You can see my chart here. It's pretty cluttered with all the lines and stuff, but I wanted to put everything on here so that you could see my reasoning, and also this serves as a bit of a practice for myself. Mm, you see, I've marked some trades here with circles. Those are the ones that I didn't take myself, but that I see or saw as valid entries at the time. I came in a bit late today, actually, a bit before 6 p.m. my time, which would be 10 a.m. market time. So these three circles here, those are obviously ones that I marked in hindsight. Whereas these ones, these rectangles, they represent the trades that I actually took. You can see my entries here as well, these arrows. And right, let's go through them. The first trade here, it was right after I came in. I had this big two-tiered upward sloping channel in place at the time, and you see actually first there was a failed second entry long from this high. See, it goes down, first entry long, and then another move down, and the second entry long, which failed here. I'll move this out of the way. Failed here, went one tick lower, and so what kept me out of that trade from going short here was this trend channel up. And maybe I didn't have this in place at the time, but this trend channel I did. So yeah, when it turned up and ticked higher, I put this limit order here and got filled long. And the reason I went long with a limit order here was basically just that the signal bar it's pretty big, and I wouldn't have got my stop order here otherwise. 2 ticks below this signal bar, and I'm glad I did get along with a limit order, because you see it didn't go very high before turning back down again, and it was enough for me to get my scalp out of it. And then after it turned down, it gave you place to go long again. You see, this is from this low, there's first entry short, then another move up, and a second entry short, which failed here, and I felt safe to go long with a stop order here. Although I was expecting it to go higher from here to test this high and maybe even this high, but turned out that this resistance level was pretty solid, and I was lucky to get filled here. You see, it never ticked higher, and I don't know if I would have had the guts to wait for this pullback to complete and for the price to go higher. Eventually it would have, or it did tick higher, but I'm glad I got filled here. Yeah, and so I marked this doji as a short. I didn't take it, as you can see, but in hindsight, if you thought of this as a trading range, it's basically just the fade of a high, and it's a valid place to go short on, I think. I need to work on those myself a bit more, but I hope that I will catch them in the future. Right. Then my third trade, sorry. It was a short, sorry, this one. I looked at it as failed second entry long, and you can see from this high, price went down, and then first entry long, another move down, and a second entry long. And this is a nice signal bar. You see it reversed on the EMA, and it takes a lot of selling to push the price down from here. So yeah, I actually used the limit order here as well. And you see it didn't go low enough for, actually it did go 4 ticks in my favor, and it was pretty frustrating to look at the price touching my order but never filling it. So when it turned back higher here, I got out at break even. I'm glad I did, because you see it wouldn't have come down again, and I would have got stopped out somewhere here. Yeah, and then I marked this long with a circle. I didn't take it myself, but actually I had my limit order here waiting again. I guess I got a bit greedy, and I think I need to learn to trust stop order entries more, because here price didn't come back, or it did actually, but I had cancelled my order by the time price came back down here. And actually, as you can see, I took a short here. I was looking at this downward sloping 2-tiered channel here, and I was looking at this one as second entry short from this low. See, there's a pullback and first entry short, another pullback and second entry short. So I went short here, and it didn't go more than 1 tick in my favor before turning up. This kind of alerted me this bar, and I got out with 2 tick loss, which then at the same bar I reversed and went long here, because now you can see that the second entry short that I initially went short on, it failed here, and I went long on that failed second entry short, and that one ended up working. You see it went a bit higher to test these highs that have been in play for pretty much the whole day, except now there was this big move up. Would have been nice to catch that, and I think it might even be some measured move, maybe if you look at it like this, and maybe from here. Yeah, you can see it turned down right here. Pretty much a perfect measured move. Okay, there you have it. I called it a day here. I normally try to be done at before 8 p.m. or by 8 p.m. my time, which is it's noon market time. Right. I'll probably keep on doing these recordings for a while, see if I get better at them, and if you have any comments and feedback, I'd love to hear it. I guess that's it. See you next time.